In this course, we talked a lot about selling and marketing and starting a business and things like that. However, once you start a business, you should be focused on getting your first customer when you launch that business. And then once you get that first customer, you focus on growing, right? And getting that first customer is hard. I mean, it really is hard. There's a reason why you go into a lot of shops and there's a dollar bill on the wall behind the cash register as their first dollar, right? That's important. It's psychologically important, but it's also physically important, right? So as you use the techniques we discussed, you should know and be evaluating how much it costs to get a new customer, right? How much your sales costs are, how much your marketing costs are, and eventually you'll get fairly sophisticated on what your customer acquisition costs are. You don't have to do everything we're going to talk about in this chapter, but you might want to consider taking a look at some of them. So first, getting your first customer, sell directly. That's how most people start out, really, especially in the service businesses, direct sales, right? You meet people, you shake their hand, you walk around, you say, hey, I've opened up a new window cleaning business, right? Need your windows cleaned, or you find dirty windows in the shops down the block, and you just knock on their door, and you say, I have a new window cleaning business, right? I can clean these windows every month for you, right? So selling directly. You can do it person to person. You can do it on your website. Please, start a website. Really, it's your virtual storefront. And I know you're thinking, hey, my business doesn't need a website. My business doesn't look at techies. Yeah, your business needs a website. Trust me on this one, right? Most businesses need one. And it's really, really not that tough to do, right? You can get one pre-built. Look, I use Wix, wix.com, Wix.com. And you will be surprised how easy it is for you to become an expert in building a simple website. Make sure you put in there the basic things, who you're targeting, what your customer's for, where they are, when they are, why they are. All of those things should be in the website. It's your online brochure. But most importantly, make sure they know how to contact you. I can't believe the number of websites I've gone to for very small businesses, and I'm searching for their phone number, and I'm searching for their email address. Have those, phone number, email address. Be ready to answer that, okay? So have a website. And once you have a website, if you find that it becomes important in your business, create what we call an online presence, right? Create an online presence, right? So that means you show up when somebody goes in a Google search and they go, window washing, right? Boom, your business shows up because Google happens to know everything, and they know where that person is standing at that very minute, and they know it's half a mile from you, and they go boom, boom, boom. They search in Google Maps, they search in Google. So make sure you have to register your site with Google, Bing, and the search engines, right? They're going to ask you to verify some of the information like your address, your phone number, your hours of operation. So just do that. Make sure you're verified, and you'll show up in the Google searches or on the Google Maps, okay? Simple, but get it done. Business cards. We've had business cards for centuries, and there's a reason why. Because everyone needs a business card. You really do. They're easy to get. You can go to the local print shop and get them. You can order them online. It costs you $29, $39. You'll get like 1,000 of them, right? And when you do your business card, put the right information on there. It has to have the name, has to have ways to get a hold of you, right? Your phone number, maybe a cell phone number, a fax number if you still use that, your website, right? Have all the ways to get a hold of you, your address, the physical address, right? The hours you can get a hold of it, and just something simple, really just a simple message. Well, we do the best for less, whatever it is. Don't clutter it up, just get to the point. The business card is just a contact information card, right? All right, you might want to try experimental marketing, right? You got to get this first customer. Maybe you have a service or you give away a product, so people can experience your business, right? Give away your service, give away your product. You got to get out there somehow, and you won't make any money on it, But a lot of people say, hey, free to the first 5 customers, free to the first 50 customers, right? Think about that. Think about just priming that pump, all right? Social media. For the computer savvy among you, in general, social media is useful for businesses selling to consumers than businesses selling to businesses. So, right, you're going to consumers, you want to be on social media, right? It's more important for real services, real products, technology, right? You can use social media, and by social media, I mean like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, things like that. If you don't understand it, but you think it might be important, you know, find a 14-year-old somewhere and ask him how it works. I'm serious. You just really gotta do it. You gotta figure it out, right? Don't be afraid of it, right? And once you're on, keep it current, please. Nothing drives me crazy more than somebody who has a 2-year-old posting on Facebook and they're, you know, talking about something that happened 2 years ago. So you do have to commit to it. So you do social media, you have to commit to it. Have somebody commit to it, right? We can even do a real retro thing like flyers, right? If you're a very local business, an actual flyer. I mean, handing out flyers. New business in town. I clean windows, right? You know, make sure your flyer has how to do it, how to get, and make sure there's some way to track whether or not the customer came from that flyer, right? You're paying money for that flyer. You want to know if it's getting business. So have some way like a promo code or a special phone number or some special deal. You know, get this for $39, you know, between now and September, right? Or signs. Have a sign for your company's physical location, right? Have a grand opening, right? You're still trying to get your first customer, right? Put out signs for the event, right? Make them large and easy to read. Make them close to traffic and your businesses. Sometimes, you know, I get a little bothered when I see some of these things, but they work, you know, boom. That sign on the corner said, hey, grand opening Saturday, be there, right? You know, use a big, easy to read font, and you might have to check if you need a permit or not from the town to put up some signs. You know, sometimes they'll give you a permit, they'll let you do it for 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever. And if you do have an event, keep it upbeat, keep it festive, right? You got a couple of friends, get them there. You got 5 friends, 10 friends, get them there, right? Prime that pump. Get that crowd there, make everybody happy, upbeat, they're excited about your business. Offer discounts, incentives for if you enroll today at our opening event, you get this, right? Don't skimp. You want to look successful, right? You really want to look successful right out of the gate. There's nothing worse than having a grand opening, walking in, and the place looks like a tomb. It's like, no, 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 no. It's a party. This is a celebration of your business, all right? Partnerships. And this is a great way to start your business, right? Know and meet with everybody in adjacent industries. That means, you know, if you're a window washer, you might want to know every realtor in the area. You know why? Because when they're getting a house ready to sell, the first thing they'll say is, get the windows washed. So if you're a window washer and you get to know a realtor and you give them your business card, they know your website, they know all that stuff, that's a great way to generate business. So figure out what your referral industries are. You know, who do you work with? Do you work out of Home Depot or Lowe's? Get there. That's a great source of business, right? Your network, your personal network, right? Don't forget your personal network. And these are people in your neighborhood, people in your family, people in your church, people in your son's school, right? That's your personal network. They should all know what you're doing. They really, really should. Don't hide that. Don't hide it. You opened up a new window washing business, right? You should have some outreach goals. You should be talking to people. You talk to 5 people, new people a week, right? And maintain a list. Maintain a list of everyone you've met. It's important. You just got to write it down. If you're like me, you got to write it down real soon because, whew, it goes right out of my head. So, you know, write it down, review it, you know, and have an appropriate follow-up. Don't harass people. but have appropriate follow-up. Hey, it was great to meet you. Just want to let you know we're in business and we're having a big event on Saturday, right? You can resort to traditional ads, right? You're still trying to get your first sale, radio, TV, newspaper, right? Makes sense for businesses that need to attract large numbers of people quickly, right? If you only need 1 or 2 clients, not sure you're taking out television ads. But if you need to go 100, 500 clients in your first 2 months, you might want to look at mass media. That's the radio, the TV, the newspaper, right? But be very, very careful, right? Don't blow your whole budget up front because you think you need TV exposure. Don't let anybody sell you that idea. These are very expensive, right? So you need to assess how much you need them and whether or not you can directly figure out if they're making your money, right? All right. You want to target the correct audience, right? We've talked about this earlier in this course. The correct audience. So know who your audience is. Are they a homeowner? Are they a car owner? Right? Are they young? Are they old? Are they wealthy? What are they? Are they looking for services? Are they looking for products? Right? Right? So when you are doing your initial marketing, make sure you draw the eyes into something that they are interested in buying and you are interested in selling. Okay? So know that content. Know what you want to say and say it quickly. For example, let's say you decide to do a billboard. You know, you're going to spend $1,000, $2,000 on a billboard, but hey, it's on a busy intersection, all that. You're going to give it a shot for a month because you're a brand new business, right? It's really good if that's close to the business. Billboard is a physical location. Your business might have a physical location. So when you're thinking about a billboard, make sure it's in the town, right? Use the right-hand side usually, because that's where most people, as they're driving down the right side of the road, will read the right-hand side billboards before they'll read the left-hand side billboards. And remember, if you're laying out a billboard, and you're probably working with a billboard company, 8 seconds. That's what you got. You got 8 seconds for that person to read and understand what that billboard says. All the studies have shown that. So in 8 seconds, your message has to come through. So please don't have a billboard that goes, once upon a time there was a house on a hill and something that's going to take 15, 20 seconds to read. No, it's a billboard. You got to have your message out there. The best, for less, turn right. Okay? That's your billboard. Right? Explore free advertising. Right? There's free advertising out there. For example, when you work with nonprofits and you work with the local Rotary, things like that, to get your name out there, you might want to offer them free products or free this or free that in exchange for, hey, you know, this has been provided by Acme Window Cleaning. Got it? Don't forget promotional items, right? Your giveaways, the things, you know, the T-shirts, the bumper stickers, the keychains, all that. Don't go crazy because, let me tell you, when you see that catalog of all the promotional items you can put your business name on, you're like a kid in a candy store. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want the sunglasses, I want the mouse pads, I want the pens. No, you know, think about it, stop, think about it. Who's going to use it, especially if you're in a referral market, if you're dealing with realtors or you're dealing with contractors or home builders and they're referring you to their clients. Make sure that your promotional item is something they use. You know, maybe you see them in a coffee cup or an insulated cup for their car or whatever. Make sure that that's something that they use, all right? Considerations, you know, make sure it's something they use and not throw away, right? You don't want it something, hey, that was great, bye. No, something that will stay there, stay on their desk, it's inexpensive. Make sure your contact information's on there. Please, please, please. Don't forget your phone number, your email, your website, right? Don't come up with a pen like I did once. We came up with a pen once that meant to say very professional software, and we misspelled professional. It was really embarrassing. And I had like 10,000 of them. And I was like, I had 10,000 professional software pens. It was embarrassing. So don't do that. Don't do that. But include the right information, the phone number, the email, the website, right? And when you do give away things, you might want to ask in return for their contact information. Here's a mug. Give me your email address. Or better yet, give me your email address. Here's a mug. So, you can start building your list up. All right, great source of free marketing to get your first customer is like Craigslist, right? Craigslist, online list of services, right? What you have to be careful about when using Craigslist is be in the right area. For example, I'm from New Jersey, and Craigslist splits into 3 areas: North Jersey, Central Jersey, and South Jersey, right? So you want to be in the areas that make sense for you. Sometimes that's 2 or 3 different areas, but make sure you're in the right area and make sure you're in the right category, right? Whether you're selling the service or renting an apartment or whatever, make sure you're in the right category so people can find you. Also, make sure in your listing that the keywords you use in your listing make sense. It might make sense to you. It has to make sense to a customer. When they type in, window, make sure they get to your window cleaning business, okay? And then change the ad. You're using Craigslist. Don't keep just pumping away the same ad, because Craigslist users will get just tired of it. They'll glaze over and they'll ignore it. So change it and see what works. See what works, see what doesn't work, right? Make sure if you're on a service business that you are on the review sites. That's like Yelp, right? Angie's List, Upwork, Home Advisor, all those places that provide reviews. And while you're there, monitor it. Oh my God, don't put it out there and have somebody give you a 1-star review and this and that. It was all just kind of a mistake, and you just leave it out there. Pay attention to your reviews. If you're on review sites, have somebody constantly looking at it. If somebody gives you a bad review, contact them. See if you can change it into a better review. And if you can't, write a small positive rebuttal to the review. A lot of the sites will let you do that. But don't let a bad review hang out there. It'll kill you, all right? All right, that was a lot of information, right? We're gonna get our first customer. And once we get our first customer, we're gonna get the next 10, then the next 100, then the next 1,000. But getting that first customer is important. And I gave you a lot of information. You might wanna quickly go back, go over it again. Some of the stuff is gonna be very relevant to what you're doing. Some of it, not at all. And I won't be upset. That's okay. But go out there, get your first customer, start this business, and then grow it.